Deanna Holland, class of 2019.
JD Skipworth, class of 2016.
Anna Berrettini, class of 2020.
Tyler Villigath, class of 2015.
Jillian Runzer, class of 2017.
Crystal Ritchie, class of 2022.
Emily McMillan, inaugural class of 2014.
Carter Boone.
Kat Boone, class of 2020.
Emily Elder, class of 2017.
McLean Cawthon, class of 2018.
Ben Hester.
Lauren Hester,
class of 2016.
Brianna Pope, class of 2021.
Spencer Holloman, inaugural class of 2014.
Sydney Ratcher, class of 2021.
The Fellows program first came to my church that I grew up in, the Falls Church, and I think I was in maybe middle school when it started. And my mom was a mentor to a lot of the fellows over the years. There were always girls coming and going, and just was always drawn to these young women that would come into our home and into our lives, and I would really saw things in them that I wanted in my own life. I wanted to emulate them. And so there was a need in lots of cities for this program. And so then when we moved back to Nashville, after my husband had been in seminary and studied workplace theology, it just seemed like a natural extension of our hearts to start a fellows program in a city that we were gonna invest in that didn't have one.
The Nashville Fellows program gave me a foundation and a structure to just start well as a public educator.
Fellows helped me identify my personal values that guide my vision around work and calling, and how this helps me to move into everyday life with this greater sense of purpose.
Well, the generosity and hospitality of my host family has just made me want to open my home to other people in my life.
I think the fellows have really helped me understand that what I say and do matters, and that I can be a light in the places I'm in and with the people I'm around.
Now, almost 6 years later, I see that in every interaction, every day, and I'm so grateful for that.
There are times that it feels like what I'm doing is mundane, but the Fellows program made me see that everything we are doing, we can be doing to the glory of God.
It gave me a church to call home. It gave me an amazing wife. I now have beautiful twin girls. There's not a sphere in my life that the Fellows did not impact very greatly.
We saw that our city had a lot to offer young people, and a lot of young people wanted to live in Nashville. And we also knew that our city needed young Christian leaders that were going to invest in our city. So I do recall vividly us being like, okay, let's put our heads together. Who are the contacts that we know and are invested in the Fellows program, and how can they mentor us and help us get one off the ground here?
It was just such a compelling picture of what could happen in this city, along the lines of what I hungered for as a young adult. To start something new takes leadership. Bo and Sarah definitely provided that. Of course, Sarah was the mastermind. Bo was more the muscle. But he did muscle it through, and he muscled me into the board as a founding board member, which I was glad to do. But he has that winsome way of calling people in, calling them up and into something really different and significant.
The Fellows for me represent, similar to an arrow, the opportunity to be pointed at my target and then being pulled back for a season of really intentionality that once I finished the Fellows program has released me with much more power and direction and purpose than I would have ever imagined on my own.
It has given meaning to every part of my life as a husband, a father, a coworker, a community member.
That foundation has been so critical in keeping me grounded and rooted in the local church, in realizing my purpose as a now stay-at-home mom, and shaping me by the gospel.
It also gave me the tools to create deep community that I've carried with me no matter where I go in life.
We still have a lot of the same people from our Fellows program a part of our community today that means so much to us.
I've gained so many opportunities and a great community through the Fellows program that I otherwise wouldn't have had.
I feel like it gave me a really good sense of community that has lasted way beyond the end of the program. And I feel like I just got to learn so much about being an adult from real adults in Fellows that has helped me so much as I've gotten married and have a really good foundation to start from.
It made us want to stay here. We had such good friends that we had no intention of leaving after the Fellows program was over, and it's people that we wanted to be in our lives longer than just a year. And it gave me a husband.
The community and mentors that provided me with have been crucial to my vocational discernment and my journey to where I am today.
So there was a lot of work early on, just them, I think, opening up their home most weeks was sort of like one of the biggest outlays of investment, but wrangling teachers, making sure that the churches were understanding and relating well. That was a whole new venture for the Fellows program nationally, to have this ecumenical, cross-denominational partnership. And I really credit Bo and Sarah for wanting to see that happen. And that wasn't easy.
It's been really fun to watch my children gravitate towards these young men and women who are living thoughtfully and living out their faith intentionally and are really pouring into our kids. And the people that they go on walks with or connect with when they're having a hard time are often fellows. It's really special, and I'm very grateful.
I'm just sorry that I'm going to be out of the country and not available to be with everyone this morning for the 10th anniversary celebration. Certainly hope everybody invests this morning in ways that help this program prosper financially and otherwise going forward. If you haven't been a part, either as a teacher or a host or an employer, or in some way, I just encourage you to get involved. It gives back far more than you put in. So thank you, everybody who's here, and thank you, Bo and Sarah, for all you've invested over these 10 years. It has made a huge difference.